Hey there. We're back again doing the vlog. I am not going to edit this again. I'm just going to start talking. So this video is about the journals that I gave up on. So like in the beginning of each of these journals, it'll look okay, and then by the end of it, it's clear that I gave up. Sometimes it's because of the feel of the paper. Sometimes it's whatever it is. I was looking through some of these videos and I found some that were fine enough for a flip through that like didn't need to be like in this video, like whole like ugly ones that I don't like, because they were fine enough. And I still think that they're all fine enough, but for some reason or other I had them in this folder of journals that I gave up on because the back end of them were not perfect. And so it made me question, like, did I give up on these, or was that journal just done now? And I can move on. And occasionally I have to remind myself that like I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. I can just move away from a project. So before it looks finished or feels finished, or maybe it is finished. So this is kind of a journals I gave up on, but also I want to make it okay for you to walk away from stuff. I want to make it okay for me to walk away from stuff. Sometimes you can just be like, I'm done. And that's like half the battle, right? Like it's half the battle of being accepting that you can do that. Half the battle is powering through that feeling, and the other half is powering through that feeling of I can just give up anytime. This is just not required, and then not doing anything at all and using it as an excuse. And then other times recognizing when I give up on this because it's better if I just give up. I'm gonna do better if I'm trying somewhere else. I've gone as far as I can with this, and that's good enough. And being good enough in both scenarios is a tough thing to call. So let's go on a little journey. The next time you see me, I will not be seen. You will not see me. You will hear me, etc. Okay, well, goodbye now. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about this whole journal. I called it on April 2nd, apparently. I started this sometime in March. I did it for like a month. I was actually in an outpatient therapy program while I was doing this, so there's something to be said about just kind of giving up and being accepting of what is happening around you while doing a pretty intensive therapy program. So yeah, I mean, a lot of this is just random drawings. I'm not too proud of what I'm doing here, but I tested out. This is like a really good place for testing ground. Like I tested a lot of things that ended up in paintings. In my intro, you can look behind me. In my intro, if you go back and you look behind me, there's a painting that has some of those kinds of drawings in them. And so these are not wasted effort, right? Like, yes, sure, art journals are pieces of art on their own, but they're also still playgrounds. I mean, all art is a playground. It should be anyways. Otherwise, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it at all? If you're not having fun, what's the point? Then it becomes work, and work is something you do that you don't want to be doing. And I already have one of those in my life. I can see where I'm playing with my stamps, playing with flowers. I can also see like how much I hate the paper that I'm touching. I can feel it because it's all scratchy, and the paint hasn't. It's just like every material that I don't like is in this book, has ended up in this book. This is a pattern I repeat a lot, and I play a lot with. The same thing with this one. I always pull it out when I don't know what to do. So when you see a journal filled with rainbows and triangle rainbows, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. I tried to make a mandala into a flower. No. Here's some ephemera paper that I just wasn't keen on, and I put a bunch of it in here, and I just didn't like it. I couldn't get in the groove with it. See more triangle rainbows. But what's good is that you see a lot of places where I'm defining what I don't like. For me, that's helpful. I'm seeing a lot of this blue color. I'm trying to figure out this blue color because I like it over top of stuff. This combination of yellow and green and gold is tough for me, so I was trying to find a place to go with it. Oh, it's a relatively cute page. See, ask for help is a sign of self-respect and self-awareness. Asking for help. These are the things that I was doing in the outpatient therapy program, and they are still very helpful. I'm as complete as I am, and others simply support me. I'm content and free from pain. Like, the words here are important for me and were important when I wrote them. And the art is like, it is what it is. I am held and supported by those who love me. It's often a reminder I have to think about. This one I did in just completely meditative state. Stickers. Often when I don't know what to do, I just throw a bunch of stickers in the journal, hoping for some inspiration. That did not work here. Oh, this is kind of cute. I'm wondering where I was going with that. Ooh, a one-eyed kitty pumpkin type thing. Where did you come from? Oh, this is cute. This is a stamp that I really liked. That I ended up doing that texture again. Again, texturization. That's something I'm always thinking about and trying to figure out. Did it a little bit here. It's one of the first times I did like the stamp and like put the pages together and had both pages be the same kind of stamp color. I love me. She's nice. She's worthy. She's lovable. Love yourself. Yeah. These are when I'm in, in the group settings. I'm good. I'm worthy. I'm loved. It's okay to be loved. I'm kind. I'm good. When I'm in these group settings, I'm remembering me just doing these pages and like trying to find words to make myself feel better. I mean, that's half of life, right? Trying to make yourself feel better. So yeah, the last few pages there were all about the sort of meditation. And that's the completion of that journal. This one I actually bought in January of 2024. It's from the zoo in London. I glued the pages together and the book started to fall apart. So some of these pages are pretty fun, but I got sick of how crinkly everything was because I did it kind of quick, and it's just like my early attempt at, see, it's falling apart. My early attempt at trying to like make a journal out of like a calendar, like it wasn't really a journal, I sticked a bunch of pages together and make them thicker. I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, see, there's those stickers again. I just like have a ton of stickers and I'm like, let me just put these in here, see where I can pull like some inspiration from. I don't know. I might be reading something right now. Who knows? Yeah, that texture I repeated in other places, that the stamp in the background, the blue triangles, I repeated that in a bunch of other places that I liked. Yeah, I hated this color. It was newspaper. I hated the newspaper. Here it is. This is pain in my back. My like pain when I say it. It just didn't work out. A wrapper from Snag Tights. Yeah, I just kind of like put things in here and never went back. I just kind of like gave up because things were too difficult to try to do, and then I would be forcing it, and then I wouldn't be having as much fun. There's probably things I could do with it now. Maybe someday I'll go back, but not today. Yeah, pretty much. These are pages I made in early January 2024. This is from 2025, the journal, but in 2024 I made a bunch of this stuff, so I decided to put it all in this journal. Again, stickers, because I don't know what to do. I just put stickers in there. Yeah, these are like from my daughter's calendar. I don't know. So we're done. We're done. A calendar from London that I made into a journal that fell apart and I gave up on. Oh, nope. That's a different one. That's actually not bad. That one's a pretty good one that I liked. I was making it at the same time. This one here I think it's just the same situation. It was falling apart and it became too hard to work with, and I just kind of gave up by the end of it. I couldn't handle it anymore, and everything that I made in there was like too complicated to stick back together. You know, art should be easy. I know, but still, if it's not fun, I don't want to do it. So like even when it's hard and it's not fun, I'm like already giving myself crap about how I gave up on this journal. But I also am looking at it going, I went as far as I could with it. I did a good job with the materials that I had. It was pretty fun, the pages that I've done. Okay, well, I could have gone farther with this, but I didn't. Here we are. Yeah, the rainbows again. The rainbows, I don't know what to do. Rainbows. This one has a pattern I made with a stamp. This one's interesting. Smile, clap, hug. Hi, hi, love, joy, happiness. I repeat all those words at random whenever I don't know what to do or whenever my brain can't put stuff together. Yeah, there's a lot of stamps in here. There's a lot of stickers. I think the next few pages are probably my stickers. That would be what would make them random ephemera. That's from like my bags of ephemera I never use. I also do this when I don't know what to do. I just like kind of fill it up with some paper and hope for the best. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this one. That one would kind of be cool with the quote or something. I'm gonna close out this video by saying that I don't know if I necessarily gave up on these journals. I more like put them down, and as I look at them, I already have ideas to make them fuller. But here's the thing. That was, you know, when I was looking through them before, that was then, this is now kind of thing, you know. Past Jess just needed to move on. She needed to get where she needed to be, and it wasn't with these journals. Never look back is my motto. Actually, I'm looking back all the time because I do these journal flip throughs all the time, and I'm always looking back, which is a funny thing to say. But hopefully this was helpful for you. I had a good time recording. Thanks for stopping by. I love to hear from you. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, whatever. Thanks for joining you. Love you. Bye.